Get your stats now. A usability study on ESPNcricinfo by Mohammed Khan. The interface that I decided to use for my formal experiment is ESPNcricinfo. This interface is a sports statistics media website that features live scores for cricket games, news regarding teams and players, as well as advanced statistics. The task for this interface is to find a scorecard given a specific statistic. In this case, the user will need to find a scorecard where a player named Babar Azam made his highest score in runs in the ODI format of the game, and the scorecard should reflect the statistic. I decided to work on this project because I am an avid cricket fan and have always made use of ESPNcricinfo to search for advanced player statistics. While taking our HCI course, I have noticed that the interface is not very well designed and violates many design principles and makes it difficult to find what you're searching for. This is evident through the interface's cluttered data display, which violates Nielsen's design principle of aesthetic and minimalist design. Furthermore, the interface is poor in terms of representing features to what the user's mental model perceives them as, which violates Wiccan's design principle of pictorial realism. The updated design makes use of ways to guide the user in their actions, have the user believe what certain features should do, and remove irrelevant data, all while staying consistent with Gestalt's principles of design. This topic of usability in sports interfaces can be seen through the peer-reviewed journal An Equestrian Sport Case Study, and equestrian is just horseback riding. This case study explores the lack of popularity in the use of the equestrian interface to search for real-time scores, sporting events, and statistics. The article points out how the users found it difficult to refer to what they wanted and were confused on how to use the features and preferred other sources to retrieve their information. Poor usability of the interface led to a lack of interest in using the interface itself. The article concludes that minimal cost is needed in applying usability principles and proposed a new interface that is more appealing and easier to navigate. This was achieved through conducting a thorough usability analysis, including systematically going through Nielsen's design principles to see if they are met. The goal for the experiment revolves around evaluating the usability of the new interface and seeing if it has been improved from that of the original interface. Specifically, I would like to see if the features of the new interface do what it's intended for, if the new interface is easy to remember, such as the steps of the task, and if the right functionality is provided for the user. So the null hypothesis is the new ESPNcricinfo interface does not lead to faster time completion for the task than the original interface. And the alternative hypothesis is that the new ESPNcricinfo interface does lead to a faster time completion for the task than the original interface. For the methodology, I have decided to include participants aged 18 to 22 years who can read and speak English and have no visual impairment or auditory disability. Additionally, participants should have some exposure in navigating pages when using an interface or website. I plan to recruit my participants through random sampling to have results be as unbiased as possible using social media such as Twitter and Instagram. For the experiment design, the independent variables are the interface version and experience the user has. Either they are a new user or an experienced user. The dependent variable is the time it takes to complete the task measured in seconds. The experiment will make use of the between subjects design because once the user successfully completes the task, they are considered an experienced user. To deal with confounds, I have introduced a control variable for the age such that the experiment only deals with the same age group. In this case, the participants are in the age group of 18 to 22 years. Counterbalancing will also be used to systematically change the order in which the interface is being tested to control effects of the test. And here are some images of what the setup would look like. Laptop, desk, and chair will be provided in a quiet study room. The laptop will be fully charged and have the interface already opened. Thank you for listening.